The House Within the Grid by architect Lijo Rennie, situated on Punnayur Kulam, Thrissur, Kerala, India. This house, designed for a doctor couple and their 4 children, lived in Sharjah. This house is meant as a place for relaxation, rejuvenation, and bonding during their frequent visits to Kerala. First of all, here the plan shows site access. This is the only entry and exit to the site. And the architect gave a wide open courtyard which the car can easily get out or get in from the post or to the post and exit through the main gate. This is the orientation and positioning of the residence, a view from the road. First two view from the north side and other two from the west. Topography shows how the name of the residence and design matches. Here we can see the grid-like arrangement of the residence. To match up with the design and surrounding, the architect maintained to keep the dense vegetation to create an enjoyable medley. For the parking facilities, a porch with the area of parking 2 cars, a garage with the area of 1 car to park. Here gives a plan and a larger portion of the plan and a graphical representation showing the porch and the garage. One of the client requirement was to keep sustainable features like solar panels, rainwater harvesting, etc. The architect fulfilled that client need with adding solar panels on the roof with a natural ventilation. Also, the roof helped efficiently to collect rainwater which is designated to water collection chamber. The project was an exercise in exploiting the spatial possibilities offered by the surprisingly flexible modular grid, juxtaposing the rigorous but serene geometry of the house with the incoherent landscape. Here is the slide showing the plans of ground floor, first floor and the terrace. The ground floor is zoned with given different color to the spaces and the spaces are mentioned in the side. Same goes here in the first floor also. The terrace where the brown shows the ground floor roof and the dark brown the second floor roof. The solar panels are located on the roofs. And we go to the sections. We taken the section from the north elevation. This is the first section. And in the vertical zoning shows the rooms and spaces come first in the section. Here is the prayer or family living with a double height roof and an informal living room. In between these two spaces comes the stairs to the family living in the first floor and again stairs to the bedroom. Next section same from the north elevation. With the internal courtyard, between the internal courtyard and patio, there is a passage to the next space without interrupting the circulation. On the top of the patio gives the terrace or balcony which is open from the family living in the first floor and again a small courtyard near to the toilets in both floors. Section 3. The breakfast area with the open kitchen and behind of the kitchen there is a kitchen yard. These spaces and open to the lawn area also and the toilets in the other side with a courtyard near to it. According to the residents, the spaces are grouped into 3 based on typology: public, semi-public, private. Here you can see these are marked on the plan with 3 different colors. Here comes the hierarchy of the spaces. The spaces are arranged based on the center of attraction. First of all, the sit-out. Sit-out is mainly attracted by the 3 fully opened walls, which faces the large interior courtyard. Also lead to the formal sit-out and office space on the opposite side. And then comes the other spaces with their designs and arrangement. Urani Architects has taken full advantage of Kerala's sunny tropical climate with its design of the house within the grid, a luxury residence that produces all of its own energy via rooftop solar panels. There is total 70 rooms in the ground floor. Here, in this plan, the arrow mark shows the circulation happening on the ground floor. One enters to the house through shaded sit-out area trapped in an external courtyard which connects itself to a formal sit-out to the left and an office space to the right. The staircases was positioned in these zones to make the circulation far more efficient. The central space while creating an access between the main base becomes a casual lounging area encouraging communication between the family members. The spaces providing ventilation. Large courtyard trapped between the parallel base to enhance the ventilation and the circulation in the project. The large court towards the south, an extension of the ground floor family space and the dining patio and a swimming pool becomes the much needed spill-out space. The work areas. On the ground floor, the work area like office situated at the west side and dining room, breakfast area, kitchen situated at the east side. There are total 8 rooms in the first floor. Here also the arrow marks indicates the circulation throughout the first floor. The theme of the design. The house is composed of two distinct parallel bays connected in between. Each of these bays consists of a set of defined functional areas and a linear circulation spine that dissolves into the parent room wherever possible. A mix of primary and secondary function with its two different room suites creates a visible repetitive spatial pattern throughout the house. The architects divides the home into two connected distinct parallel bays. A single-story bay housing the public and semi-private areas on the east side and the double-story bay on the western side that comprises 6 suite bedrooms and a compact office space. Two large courtyards are located in between the bays. Constructional techniques. This project was an exercise in exploiting the spatial possibilities offered by the surprisingly flexible modular grid. In addition to adding rooftop solar panels that meet all of the home electricity needs, the architects have strategically placed windows to tap into cross ventilation for natural cooling. Extended roof slabs also help protect against unwanted solar gain from Kerala's intense sunlight. A rainwater collection system has been installed along the floating roof as well as to further reduce the home resource footprint. Material study at site level. Cobblestone and granite stone are used for the outside courtyard and also lawn grass is used for lawn area. Steps. The stairway design is set in wood. It features wood steps that are at the same color as the hardwood floors in the living space. The railings are, however, painted all white. Material study at building level. Kajaria beautified tiles and granite are used for flooring of common spaces like office space, sit-out, formal sit-out, etc. Nitco tiles are used for the flooring of praying or in family living and bedrooms. These floating roofs help efficiently collect rainwater which then runs through a series of custom-designed stainless steel rainwater drain pipes populated across the project. The designated water collection chamber. A series of solar panels positioned on the large roofs help produce the necessary power for the house to be self-sufficient and keep the house off the grid. The kitchen. Silver metals and white color gives kitchen an elegant look. The Ligorani architect has taken full advantage of Kerala's sunny tropical climate. The strategically laid out plan while providing privacy to the family members also facilitates through cross ventilation by channeling the seasonal shift of predominant wind through its space, the virtue of its orientation. This keeps the room as airy as possible, maintaining the internal temperature at a possible low. The undulating volumes along with the several cantilevered slabs shade each other in the shifting tropical sun. Form of the structure. The design looks like a rectangular boxes which is constructed in a grid-like structure. I hope you all understood our case study about Indian context, the house within the grid. Thank you. The Toblerone House, Brazil.
The whole project of Toblerone House spans over an area of 1453 square meter, with the house taking up around 590 square meter. Located at Sao Paulo, Brazil, this project was accomplished in 2011 by architect Diana Radomeisler and Marcio Kogan of Studio MK27. The entrance as well as the exit to the site is a single path. The arrow shows the entry point from the east side. Further, the parking shed is shown. The shape of the land allowed for a longitudinal implanting of the house with spatial permeability between the two extreme areas with a loose canopy in the garden. It's well kept in the natural landscape and has interior done to match this feature. The nature surrounding the site is mostly left as it is. The interior has been decorated in muted shades in order to remain sympathetic with the natural landscape around. Landscaping choices can make a big impact in civic building water consumption. By using trees, plants and grasses that are native to the area, irrigation needs are reduced. By planting trees that shade the roof and windows during the hottest time of the day, solar heat gain inside the building can be reduced. Beginning with the front view of the residence, what comes next is the ground floor plan of the two-story building. It consists of a living room, a dining hall, and an office integrated together with a kitchen nearby. The stairs then takes you to the upper floor, which has a home theater, a study, 2 bedrooms with attached washrooms, and finally a master bedroom with an attached closet and washroom. These are the horizontal and vertical zoning of the respective floors. The spaces within the blue boundary belongs to the public spaces that we normally invite our guests to, while the green space indicates the private spaces. The pink one shows semi-public ones. The hierarchy comes next, ordered in the manner such that the center of attraction, or rather the public spaces, comes first. Starting from the living room to the terrace, the TV room, study, dining and kitchen, it ends in bedrooms. A free ground floor with large sliding glass doors which support a wooden box delimited by concrete beams is the overall concept of the project. The ground floor houses the collective program with the living room, utilities and kitchen. On the first floor are the 3 bedrooms, the den and home theatre. There is a total of 2 combat rooms on the ground floor. Living, dining, office, patio all together into a single space, and then the kitchen with its utilities. With the living areas on the ground floor surrounded by floor-to-ceiling clear glass walls, the outside space merges seamlessly with the interior. Public spaces are organized within this transparent soft story surrounded by the natural outdoor garden. The office integrated to the living room is delimited by a stand free from any other element. This office is connected with the back patio which has beautiful Jaboticaba. The living room extends beyond the vitreous envelope to an exterior veranda and patio with a hanging fireplace and a circular void in the ceiling embracing 2 trees. On the first floor are the 3 bedrooms, the den and a home theatre with a total of 10 rooms. Master bedroom with attached bathroom and closet, 2 bedrooms with individual attached bathrooms, a study connected to a TV room with a tiny washroom next to the stairs. The master bedroom and bathroom open to a beam, the roof of the veranda, and look out over the treetops that perforate the beam of the ground floor. The wooden screens are also retractable to allow either an open field or provide private seclusion, whilst also enhancing the exterior visual of the construction. The simplicity of Toblerone house surpasses the organization of the house, the solutions for environmental comfort, or even in the everyday use by the inhabitants. Little surprises complete this architecture. With a ground floor surrounded by retractable glass walls and the upstairs encased in a cocoon of wood slate screens, this great example of modern architecture sits comfortably in its natural surroundings whilst still standing as a contemporary style statement. The attractive modern residence is constructed of 3 long concrete slabs that hold the 2 distinctive floors and overhang an outdoor lounge area complete with exterior fireplace for cozying up evening chats, dinners and get-togethers. The conceptual and programmatic simplicity of the house joins a structural simplicity. A 14-pillared grid organized in 2 lines support the construction. All of the pillars are exposed with a rounded format. When the door frames of the ground floor are open, the living room becomes a free floor, totally open to the gardens, a house on pilates. The simple architectural concept reminds of the Domino-Corbusian system, a type of manifestation about the free structure. The Domino-Corbusian system proposed an open floor plan consisting of concrete slabs supported by a minimal number of thin reinforced concrete columns around the edges, with a stairway providing access to each level on one side of the floor plan. The frame was to be completely independent of the floor plan of the houses, thus giving freedom to design the interior configuration. The model eliminated load-bearing walls and the supporting beams for the ceiling. Material study. The apparent architectural simplicity ends up revealing complex spaces. With the living areas on the ground floor surrounded by floor-to-ceiling clear glass walls, the outdoor merges seamlessly with the interior spaces. The retractable wooden screens are to allow either an open field or provide private seclusion, whilst also enhancing the exterior visual of the construction. The wood establishes a dialogue with the other raw material, such as the concrete, and is used as a sun filter for the bedrooms. Each piece of this price solid has a triangular shape and was fixed to folding doors, able to be kept open according to the need of the users. The interior has been decorated in muted shades in order to remain sympathetic with the surrounding natural landscape as mentioned before. Climatic considerations. The Tropic of Capricorn passes through Sao Paulo and roughly marks the boundary between the tropical and temperate areas of South America. Because of its elevation, however, Sao Paulo enjoys a distinctly temperate climate. July is the coldest month with an average temperature of 14 degrees Celsius and occasional frost. The warmest is February, which averages 21 degrees Celsius. Humidity and air pollution combine to form a mist that often hangs over the city. Rainfall is abundant, particularly during the summer season from October through March, averaging 56 inches per year. In countries where energy costs are high, the buildings rely less on high-tech conditioning and more on simple features such as bright solar to create natural shade. In its most literal sense, the French phrase bright soleil means sunbreaker or something that breaks up sunlight. This feature reduces solar heat gain while still allowing free air circulation. On the ground floor, cross ventilation allows for excellent thermal comfort. Form of the structure. Three expansive horizontal concrete planes sandwiches the simple juxtaposition of two contrasting space upstairs, the house on pilotis. A wood box deep within the roof footprint is wrapped in retractable screens of slender wooden slates, which serve as a backdrop for the vegetation's shadows during the day, while illuminating at night to give hints as to the activity inside. The lower level is comprised of two rows of 14 slender steel columns running longitudinally to maximize unobstructed exposure to the outside through the fully functional glass walls. Hereby, I am concluding my foreign case study on Toblerone House in Brazil. Thank you.